What's going on? Welcome back, Snatch and Scotch. We're ending off today at the ECC, and we're here with Brooke Ence, and she is exhausted. I am freaking exhausted. I just want to sleep. I just want to hug and want to go sleep.
Want to be held.
Seriously.
Look at him. He's like, hey, let me in.
There's my co-host, George Dixon. He's coming. He's on the show. Sorry, we were.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
We were out back with Wad Doc, and he was fixing our wrists. Our extensors are all messed up, so all those pull-ups. But thank you for coming on. I know you're exhausted. It's been a long ass day. You did individual and team. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything that happened.
She did great. I was watching. She did great.
I was working the whole time. So, but yeah. So we just talked to Mike from Brute Strength, and we talked about the really cool approach that he takes with you, and have different coaches communicate and work on all different aspects of your fitness. How is that for an athlete? That must be pretty damn cool.
It's the best. In fact, I wonder why more people don't follow the same type of structure.
It's crazy.
At an elite level, if I need to be better at something like gymnastics, why would I have a coach that never did gymnastics?
Yeah.
You know, what are they going to teach me? They can teach me basics, especially from CrossFit, because we do a lot of the things, and you learn how to coach movements, but the same cue over and over and over again, like basic cue, it's not going to work anymore.
Exactly.
Right? And the better you get, and you're trying to get better, it's the little stuff that now we have to fix, minor stuff that's going to make you better. And you have to have someone who has the eye or the experience that to be able to communicate it.
I worked with a really high level coach, like a weightlifting coach, like probably one of the best in the world. I was fortunate enough to do that. And he would do this. Finish. I'm like, oh shit, PR, son. Like, it was like,
For real.
it was so simple. And the fact that you guys have so many guys working together and collaborating, your gymnastics coach might not understand what the weightlifting or the CrossFit coach or conditioning coach is trying to do. So them working together, that's fantastic, right? Like,
I think the coolest thing is, like, I just got some work done with Sean and Jeremy from Active Life.
Okay.
And they're working on my knees and my arms and knowing exactly this is what you need for this, is what you need for this. And it's like, I'll call Mike. They're going to tell Mike what the issues are. Mike's going to talk to Sean. They're going to program. They're going to make sure my program looks exactly what it needs to be with my gymnastics, with my recovery, with my rehab, with my lifting, with my Metcons. I don't have to do anything. I know that they've already figured it out.
Funny.
They've already made a big picture of what they want from me as far as, like, where do you need to get better?
yeah.
Okay, well, you're dealing with this little issue. Now we've got to resemble all your programming around that to make you better and make you feel better. So I don't have to I have zero worry, which is already an extremely, like a big weight off my shoulders.
Hey, it's like she's a CrossFit client. She comes to the door. And she walks to the door, and that's all she has to do.
She just has to come in and get the work done. That's it, right?
And it's funny because all they've done is scale that process for the elite athlete, right?
Yep.
Like, you walk through the door, I'm here, I'm going to do the work, tell me what to do, done.
Yep.
That's incredible. Do you have like an environment, do you have an environment that you work in that really pushes you though? Because I feel like beyond quality programming and a holistic approach to fitness, the environment really, really matters. You know what I mean?
I'm getting warm.
All right.
That means she's going to stay now.
I was in my winter coat. So I work out at two gyms. I work out at CrossFit headquarters a lot with a couple of my buddies. You guys, I mean, the audience probably has definitely heard them. Or
we've never seen you at headquarters before, have we? No.
So Tommy Marquez,
yeah.
He is a really good friend of mine, one of my best friends, and he's doing a lot of on-camera stuff now for the update show and things like that. And then Heber Cannon, he is a video producer for HQ, and he has been with them for a long time. They push me a ton.
I think the first time I saw you was that building real-life superheroes video.
Yeah.
Right, when you're doing like clean and jerks or power cleans, and you're running up the hill doing muscle ups, and I was like, that girl.
With me and John Para, right?
Yeah, you and John Para, because John actually looks like
RoboCop.
Yeah,
he looks like RoboCop.
He does. He's a superhero, or like Captain America, basically.
Yes.
Like his body's like a superhero body.
Yeah.
But talking about your body, like, not all women look like you in CrossFit. So what did you do to kind of have that body? Because the big trend in CrossFit, from what I've seen, like a lot of friends of mine who are competitive are going to physique quite a bit, and they love it. It's really hard in terms of like that mental aspect, but it's a cool experience. Have you done anything like that?
So before I started CrossFit, I was doing figure competitions a little bit. This was back in 2008, 2009, and I learned a lot doing that. As far as like, it takes a lot of dedication, and you got to put a lot of stuff on hold, like social life.
Why?
Because I'm prepping my own meals. I wake up, and I was a full-time dance major, so I would wake up, I'd eat. I made sure I had food. I went to dance at the University of Utah all day. I was in school. When I got out, I went and met my trainer. Then I had my training session, and then I came home, ate dinner, and then I prepped food for the next day.
Oh my
went
God.
to bed, and I was.
That's it?
That was my day.
That's not glamorous.
No.
Okay.
So.
She looks good, but it's hard work and it sucks.
But I mean, I did figure competitions, and I would never want to paint a picture that I would think that it's a negative industry, but it wasn't great for me.
Pressure-wise, like there's just too much?
I think that girls already, me, myself, like already had, dealt with your issues
body
of like
image and
body dysmorphia, small body dysmorphia, and that taught me so much how to work out and be dedicated and stick to a plan. And I love being fit and active, and I always played sports. But what CrossFit, was a bigger draw for me was now I get to look athletic and be athletic. Because I grew up playing sports and being active, and in figure and stuff like that, like you talk to people too. It's like you're not really, like, you look stronger and more fit than you actually are.
We
when it comes to being athletic or being an athlete.
Yeah, we had Chris Powell on, and
I love him.
He did a figure competition because he's like, I was so afraid, so I wanted to do it, and he did it. And I'm like, dude, what was the positive? What was the drawback? He goes, the workouts were easy. He's like, do CrossFit, figure's like super easy. It was the dieting was hard. But he already eats clean to begin with, so I guess it'd be hard for me, not for him. But he said like his back would hurt a lot when he started lifting heavy because he wouldn't work his abs at all
couldn't
for
get
a while.
Any bigger, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't get any bigger. So there's a lot of drawbacks in terms of functionality. I mean, I think the positives would be really cool because you get to focus on getting the body you want, but when is it ever going to be good enough?
Yeah, I mean, I could say for me, the way I look, a lot of people I've seen comments on like YouTube and things like that is like it's always the PED or steroid comment, right? Because of how I look now compared to how I look if people see pictures or videos of me from years ago. Yeah. It's called training like a full-time job, eating very consistently for years. There is no on season, there is no off season. In figure competing, there is an on and off season, and my trainer always tried to get that through my head that like you have an on season body and you have an off season body. You're gonna have clothes that you wear in the on season, you're gonna have clothes that you wear in the off season. I was like, I don't want to be lean for a week and then fucking like a marshmallow for the rest,
bloated and chubby
of the time, right? And like it's this.
That's funny. So now you look good all year
when my body goes like this, my mental game goes like this. I mean, and it became an issue, but I think that in regards of being fit or being female and being in an active community, you're going to go through a level of that anyways, and I think a lot of people do, and you sort of learn how to deal with it and find ways to be more positive and not deal with the negative stuff. But I couldn't compete in figure anymore. And not only because, I mean, I could do it, but I would never win because of how my physique looks now. It's not what they want.
You got that strength belly.
Well, like I've never had
like a thin
waist. Never. I mean, when I was growing up, I just had narrow hips, pretty broad shoulders, straight up, straight down. So I needed to have like bigger legs and bigger shoulders to give myself that waist. So now if I went in, I could probably do physique and do fairly well. Physique. So not bodybuilding, it's like that in between, right? But for sure, figure. It'd be a joke. It'd be like, you're super jacked and you're way lean and your tan game is on point, but why are we the same size from your shoulders to your hips? CrossFit, overhead squats, deadlifts, we like to stay strong here, and that's also why I don't hurt my back, you know?
Now, I had a question for you, because we were talking to Noelson yesterday, and we were just talking about off-season, and this is the kind of thing where you just said it, there is no off-season. So you're living a lifestyle, obviously, right? Your life has changed to the point where you are regimented. There is some freedom. I've seen some pictures.
Yeah.
Right? So you live life, but you're on all the time. Like, does
Yeah.
that take a toll?
Oh, absolutely. I think that as far as like on for training wise, as you progress, you get better. So you slowly add volume.
Yeah.
You don't just like all of a sudden go 0 to 100, right?
Yeah.
Well, you could, then you get a hernia.
Yes. If you do that correctly over a period of time, what your off season was last year is not going to be what your off season will be this year. So you can handle way more, and you almost need more.
Yeah.
And a lot of athletes, they need it here.
Yeah.
Like I love to get my shit done, and I like to get out of the gym.
Yeah.
Like I'll do my programming. I'll do what you want me to do, and then it's like, let's go get coffee.
Yeah.
Let's go to the park. Let's go to the beach. Let me just sit on my couch. Like, I like to be in the gym, especially if I'm with cool people. But
get your Netflix game
there
on.
are definitely athletes that like I have to wonder, like, am I not doing enough?
So that's something right there, because we're talking about social life.
Yeah.
Right. And to be the way you are, you can still have a social life, right? Okay. All right.
Yeah, we saw pictures.
Here's how I put it. I have big goals with CrossFit, and I'm going to continue to train. Like, there's no point that I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
But I won't live with blinders on.
Exactly.
And I think that
I love that though, because we have interviewed people before, and we're not gonna say who it was, but we have interviewed some people before that are like this.
Yeah. Just
and it fucking works for them, right?
No, but it's great. They're fantastic athletes. We talk about like life and stuff, and there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to talk about besides like eating, training, sleeping.
Yeah.
But that is their life.
This
right?
is the worst podcast ever. So that's great. I'm actually really good friends with Adi, and
I love her.
Like, and I've seen pictures. I'm like,
I hope she hears this. She called me. I got a text after yesterday, and I think she said, I think she told me that you are a fucking unicorn. I was like, oh my god.
You know what that means?
No.
Have you ever seen the man? Oh my god. Okay, go to
but I
YouTube.
loved it. I was like, I feel so cool right now.
Go to YouTube and look up the crazy hot matrix, and it's basically men trying to explain women, and they draw a chart. It's a chart, and you're basically like, you got your hot, and you got your crazy scale, and basically if you're over an 8 hot and under a 5 crazy, you're a fucking unicorn.
Oh my god, that's
right? So that's where she got it from. So seriously. So and if you're like over a 5 crazy but over an 8 hot, then you're kind of wife material. If you're like 8 to 10 hot but like 10 crazy, you're probably like a stripper or like a hairdresser or whatever. So it's a great video. So I think that's where she got it from.
That's good.
Being called, my wife always says, I'm a unicorn, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's where she gets it from. I'm telling you right now.
I was like, I just finished like the individual day, and that's what the text I got, and I was so pumped.
So now you know.
Now I'm really pumped.
Now you know what the reference
just the
is.
right amount of crazy.
You gotta know. You gotta watch that video. It's amazing. Crazy hot matrix. That's awesome.
I'll watch it.
So what do you tell women with body image? Because the first podcast I've ever done before it's even started, before it got big, was with the local regional athlete who was just jacked, short, and strong and beautiful. And a lady came up to her, a client, said, all due respect, I don't want to ever look like you.
Oh, I get that all the time.
And then she's like, I didn't say it out loud, but in my mind I was like, you don't have the fucking balls to look the way I do.
I usually want to tell people like, oh no, don't worry, you won't.
Yeah. You'll never look like me.
Because you won't work hard enough or long enough.
Listen, there's plenty of high school kids and college kids who want to look jacked and strong, never get there.
Yeah.
Never. It's a lot of work, man. It's incredibly crazy.
Genetics totally play a role.
Yeah.
I mean, and this goes for just how we perform too. And I have genetics that help me with things, and I have genetics that maybe I have to work against a little bit to try and get better at other things that I'm just not super great at. Yeah. You've got CJ Cummings.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, we had him on just
Holy
earlier
crap.
on. What the heck was that?
And I was talking to Mike, and Mike's like, genetics. And some people wouldn't want to believe that. They'd be like, oh yeah.
They play
no,
genetics
it's
card.
the juice.
Yeah.
It's actually no. I mean, the
it's juice at 15.
The kid lifts. That's all he does.
That's crazy.
Every day.
That's crazy.
He loves it. And you have a lot of people, like Mike said, you have a lot of athletes that probably could be doing that.
Yeah.
But they might be playing football or playing basketball and being really good at it.
Exactly. Yeah, we talked to Loveland. Loveland's like a local,
company, the electrolytes.
Yeah, the electrolyte company,
Sodium.
they make a custom brand for your body.
Okay.
And we're looking at their athletes, and like Sigmund's daughter.
Were they doing the sweat test?
Yeah.
Oh, they tested me today. Okay.
They're like Sigmund's daughter's like, she's up here and Matt Fraser's down here. I'm like, oh, is it because like Sigmund's daughter's like crushing Matt every workout and like he sucks? No. They're like, no, it's because her genetics, like their sweat rate is different, but her sodium release is so much higher than Matt's, right? So she needs a lot more sodium intake than Matt does. And he goes, it has nothing to do with anything with fitness. It's like you're genetically, you're losing so much more electrolytes than other people. And I'm like, that's freaking cool.
There's so much. I'm reading the book, The Sports Gene. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's really cool.
You should read it then.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't read books. I listen to an audio.
Yeah.
And I do a lot.
And then he tells me about them after.
It talks a lot about that.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember one of the chapters I was reading about was about. I feel so bad saying this, but like, you can't take a donkey and train it like a racehorse. That donkey will always be a donkey.
Yeah.
Like if you're genetically slow,
Yep.
you're not going to be fast.
Yeah, you'll be
you
faster.
can progress.
You can
get better.
But you're never going to be a sprinter.
Yes.
Like growing up as a sprinter, I'm never going to be a marathon runner.
That's me, bro.
No way.
I'm trying
I
to
did a marathon.
Get better.
I almost died. I'm 230 pounds. I did a marathon. I almost died without training. My wife was to blame. She signed me up. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm an explosive athlete. I danced my whole life. I trained that too. So like with that, I trained being explosive. I was always a jumper, a sprinter.
Wait, is dance a sport?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have this argument with my wife all the time. Is it a sport?
It is a sport.
It's hard. I've tried it.
It's really hard.
I've tried dancing and I've gotten hurt.
Flexibility, agility, balance, speed, power, has all of that.
I take it back, Joy. Dance is a sport.
It's a sport.
Yeah.
It is a sport.
Cool. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna let you go. It's exhausting and tiring for everybody. But
no, it's actually it's nice that I've been in here and have been able to talk to the same people for for a period of time.
What?
Well, because when I'm out there, it's quick conversations.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you might have seen me like lurking around. I didn't want to bother you because I knew you'd end up here anyways, so that was fine.
Okay.
So using Sebastian's hashtag.
Yes, hashtag life PR.
Hashtag I'm watching you.
Oh no, this is
no
life PR.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I will say really quick because you had asked about body image for women, and you talked to the girl, and
we've again pounded this on the freaking head over and over again. We both have daughters, and we love strong women and blah blah blah. If you listen to podcasts, I'm sorry, we say this all the time.
It's repetitive, but
that's
it's
what's
important.
up. So yeah.
It's always going to be an issue.
Always.
I mean,
always.
I blame my hormones. I'll go through like the most epic, like a couple weeks of just being so pumped on myself, you know, and then it's you got a few days of not being so pumped. And what I start to tell myself, and I think a lot of people can start to make the switch, and it's a slow progression or process, is I've had to just accept that if what I want is to podium at the CrossFit Games and also to be different and not look like everybody else, then this is what I gotta look like.
Yeah.
And I'm doing everything I can to be good at that. I'm not eating bad. I eat good. I'm training my ass off.
Yeah.
And the results, I don't really have control over.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, most guys who do CrossFit think you look fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay,
It's true.
For real.
When I first started, I was like, damn, she looks really good. My wife is 120 pounds, and she's always been skinny fat, and she started CrossFit 2 years ago, just had a third kid just now. She worked out like the week she gave birth, and she worked out like 2 weeks after. Like, she's nuts.
Yeah.
You know, I respect her.
CrossFitters are crazy.
But she went from being skinny fat to being more athletic and muscular, and I think she went like up to like 125 maybe, but she looks like more athletic. She has abs, or she has shoulders, she has collarbone.
You feel better.
She looks great, but even looking like that, she feels self-conscious. And not only girls, but I feel guys, no matter where you are as a male, no matter if you're a female or a male, guys don't say shit, but we're very self-conscious about our body.
You know what?
Dude, I bet you John Pera is self-conscious about his body.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, like, when is it going to be good enough? It's not. So we got to find a way to like be confident and happy with what we look like, based on what we're doing, right? If you eat like shit and you don't train, then you should probably feel bad about yourself anyway.
No,
right?
But
No, you
here's the
should.
thing,
No,
but-
yeah,
no,
George, you're an asshole.
Listen, I've come to terms with it, okay? Half breaths and size medium shirts. I've come to terms with it. But I think
He walks around without breathing. You know that, right?
half breath, bro.
He does half breath.
Half breaths.
So he vacuum sucks his tongue.
Anyways, don't make me lose my train of thought. What was I going to say to you? Blah, 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 blah.
That if you don't train, you should feel bad about yourself.
Yeah, talk about getting into the gym. I feel like women that are active, and it's not like a blanket statement, but I find that when you're in the gym and you're achieving things or having milestones in the gym, the confidence that you gain from that, you can walk out of the gym and somebody can say to you, you could be overweight, but you could have been able to have a PR in a snatch or something, like accomplish something in the gym. Somebody can say you're overweight and be like, because it'll roll off you a little bit easier.
Oh, I agree with that.
You
definitely get confidence when you're strong. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think something that will really definitely helps is to like make goals for yourself.
Yeah.
And really understand that you're working towards that.
Yeah.
There's always going to be someone who has something negative to say. I went to Vegas with some girlfriends, and there was a lot of people. I mean, it's like a circus show, really. And there's a lot of people that no one that really was ever super negative, like definitely always whispering, always saying some stuff. It's mostly girls. And I had a couple times very, very drunk girls, full on, as they're walking by, we were at the pool, like, you look like a dude, just awful things, and it's like, it's never going to be easy to hear.
Yeah.
And then what I have to remind myself of is like, your opinion really doesn't matter, for one, and holy shit, I would much rather look different than all y'all bitches.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not trying to blend in. I'm trying to stand out.
Yeah.
So I'm doing just that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it can't be easy, but at the same time, you know what? People who actually know what you're doing think you look fantastic.
And our community is so big, it doesn't matter.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You think you're beautiful, fantastic, and strong as shit. People admire you. Women look up to you. Like little girls look up to you. And that's what is more important than some drunk ass bitches in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what were they? They were they low on that scale.
Yeah.
Close to crazy.
Oh, they were the I don't want to say hairdressers.
No. They're potentially mostly hairdressers or strippers.
Wait, we have a hairdresser friend. You would be careful.
I know. That's why I said
Sorry,
potentially
Lacey,
mostly.
Lacey's
Notice how there's nothing definitive
low
there.
class hairdressers.
Lacey's low class. Oh, Lacey's high class. Yeah.
She moved out of the bad part of
She's
town.
low class
She's that
hairdressers.
straight blade shave. Oh, yeah. She's
That's
good.
right, so you don't fuck with her.
Tight blades. Awesome. So thank you
Anyways.
so much for being on. Any shout-outs to sponsors, friends, supporters, family?
Sure. Shout out to my coaches, for one, Brute Strength, so Matt Bruce, Nick Surreal, Active Life, Michael Casu, Chris Hinshaw. We got a whole list of those guys.
Awesome. Yeah.
Killcliff, sponsor, Noble. They're killing it. I don't have my
just-
Noble shoes on, but we did just get
I just
these.
bought those ones.
They're
That's bull.
so
Yep.
sick.
You know what? That is bull because I bought a pair and they had to ship to Canada because they didn't
right.
have any.
That's
They
okay.
don't have them here?
No,
Nope.
we actually
Okay.
got to try them on, but they have to ship it to Canada.
Okay,
so
it's gonna be my
we both
Valentine's
bought
Day
a pair.
Give me a
present.
minute.
That'll be
I was
all
so
right.
mad. So I mean, not to say anything bad about any of the shoe, but I have the Metcon 5s.
Yeah.
And I have the Metcon 2s
2.0s.
and Metcon 2s and the
Nano
Nano 5s. And I like them both for different reasons.
Yeah.
I tried the Noble. I'm like, shit, it's a hybrid of both.
They're
And that's
super
what I said.
comfortable.
They're tight enough to keep you snug, and they give you that support.
Yeah.
They're really cool.
I like them.
Yeah, so
They're
that's awesome.
A small company. They're growing fast. They really care about their athletes. They really
Yes.
care about customer service and actually giving the consumer what they want.
Yeah.
They want to do it right. They're not trying to be a startup and do it wrong.
Mhm.
So they are so willing to
And
stick
they got
to.
awesome people on board.
Oh yeah.
Like Carl Powley's on there. Chris Soundberg, our friend, he does Wheel Wad. He introduced me to Noble last year, and I was like, that's cool. So
Yeah,
that's
they're pretty
awesome.
cool. Exo Sleeve, great knee sleeves, and Pure Pharma, protein,
Awesome.
and
Hair.
what
hair.
else? Oh, Nick Massey does my food. Without him,
Who's that?
Paleo Nick with Ice Age
Paleo
Meals.
Nick. Oh, really?
That's legit.
Actually, shout out to Paleo Nick. He's featured in a lot of Sweater X magazine stuff. So what's up, Nick? Paleo Nick.
yeah, he's
awesome.
legit. Without him,
Yeah.
and that's like probably the most important sponsor that I have, honestly.
Nice.
Makes my life so much easier.
Awesome.
And then Instagram, Brooke Ence.
Yes.
Snapchat, Brooke Ence.
Yeah.
Twitter, Brooke Ence. Facebook, Brooke Ence. It's all the same.
Awesome. We're gonna Instagram a whole bunch of stuff with Brooke Ence. Follow Brooke Ence. Follow Snatch and Scotch on Instagram, Facebook.
Hashtag it makes ence.
What's
Makes
that?
sense.
Have you heard my hashtag?
Hashtag
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Intense. Confidence.
Wow.
Keep going.
So follow Brooke Ence if you don't already. Follow us on Snatch and Scotch, snatchandscotch.com, and all that good stuff. And pleasure to have you on. Welcome anytime. And you're probably gonna see a D before I do, so give her a
will
big
see
hug
her.
for me.
I will.
Because she left Canada and she was probably gonna come back for her birthday. And that's it. So, all right.
Probably it. I'm gonna keep her in California.
Damn it, Brooke.
Thanks for having me.
Makes sense.
It does. It makes
All
so
right.
much sense.
Peace out, guys.
Life PR.
Thank you.